Hey everyone, Mike Rasmussen here. So the Where's Your Next YouTube channel has definitely evolved. I think there's a lot that can be said for when the year started. I was looking at, I'm going to do more content creation, going to do a lot of different things. I had intended to do that, but then life decided to throw in a couple curveballs that were kind of, just you couldn't really see them coming, right? So I think, what that did is it put me in a unique situation because, I've been more reflective of late because when the year started, I had a couple of things that were kind of scary events. That's a really good way of putting it. That just made me realize how important life is. One of them was the accident that happened, middle of the night, sleepwalking. Yes, that happened. Sleepwalked, fell down the stairs, hit my head, put a big hole in the wall. The second one was finding, as a result of that, kidney cancer, which, had that not been found, there is a good chance that it could have spread and then become something else. So I think what I want to put out there is, just this knowledge that it's important to live your life for the right reasons and focus in with your energy on doing the right thing in whatever circumstance you are in. Because what that does is it enables you to help people and give to people. And here is essentially what I'll tell you is, there was a speech given a couple of years ago. I was sitting there on Friday with the realization that something I had worked on and wanted to have happen was leading to an outcome. There was an offer scenario for a candidate I'd worked on, and the candidate had also gone through some pretty tough scenarios and circumstances. This is at work. It's for a tough position. It's based in Texas. There's a lot of nuances to that, but all I'll really say is it just reminds me that the power of one more, that phrase is really, really powerful. And when you're doing things for the right reasons, it's like the universe is attracted to that. I don't really know how to explain it. I just know that when you do the right thing for the right reasons, for the right intentions, then the universe tends to surround you with new opportunity. Doors open. Things, a sprint happens. A circumstance where money that comes from an unexpected place happens. I'm just basically saying that if you are focused on doing the right thing for the right reason at the right time, life has a way of circling the wagons and then like 4 or 5 doors that you would have never imagined open simultaneously. That is exactly what has happened in 2026. There is no other way to really position it. I will say this, I believe in a higher power. I won't get into religion here today, but I will say this. Those circumstances to start the year prove to me that my purpose in life is bigger than what I sometimes see it as. I also say that for multiple human beings. The reality is, I've come to a place in my career and life where I see that impact equals opportunity. In other words, if you're adding positive value to other people for the right reasons, leadership roles will open. Doors will open because of your ethical focus. Your reality changes. I'm in recruiting, and there's something I've noticed as the years we go back in time to 2020, and I just want to talk about the impact I have seen since 2020. When you look at what has happened over the last 6 years, in comparison to the 2010s, let's say this. 2010s were stable, more stable than the 2020s have been. Let me explain. When COVID came in the picture, multiple companies did not know what they were going to do with their employees. Overnight, their revenue models were interrupted. That meant people needed to work from home. People needed to work in a wide variety of places. We had essential workers. We had closed restaurants. We had a lot of moving parts. Working from home was definitely a thing. So many people got used to working from home. Then companies started to see a disconnect for people that weren't in the office and having that sense of community, that human touch, if you will, because that influences their mental health and their ability to be their best selves. This is a thing, guys. It's very important to know that we are in a very unique time. In the next few weeks, I'm going to have an opportunity to address many of these issues by my forum, by my impact. In other words, I'm going to put out into the universe, into the professional world, a lot of content that is going to be seen by a lot of people. And I have a lot of responsibility. I feel a lot of responsibility to the talent acquisition community, especially to do the right thing for the right reasons. I've seen a lot this year, which reminds me that the human touch to recruiting still exists, that it is absolutely 100% still real, that I must do the right things for the right reasons. And sometimes pushing yourself out of your comfort zone means that you're going to share and do things for the right reasons at the right place, right time. Let me explain what that means to you. When you seek to add value to people, and that is your intent, your work, your environment, your circumstance, the people you work with every single day, it may sound subtle. It may sound, oh, that's just pie in the sky stuff. But honestly, positive impact equals positive outcome. It impacts your world. When people haven't seen it and they've been, in a place of negativity for a while, and they see someone who's calm, who sets a tone of deliberate positive impact as their core value, the entire reality starts to expand. It's like the entire universe pushes up. And that whatever you want to believe in, I'm a religious person. I believe God rewards those who seek to do the right thing at the right place, right time. That's just an ethical thing for me. But I will tell you, this past week proved to me once again, in seeing certain things happen and certain impacts begin to take shape, that suddenly put me in a really unique place. I sat back and I realized my impact is broad. It is happening. I'm seeing circumstances elevate to a level that really makes me kind of scratch my head and go, okay, I am going in the right direction here. I'm moving in a place that is unprecedented in my career. And things are accelerating around me. It's a very unique place to be. Things that I thought were common in TA aren't in every place. Whether that's using talent insights for the right reasons to help people and help hiring managers make the right decision. Suddenly seeing them do that in an environment that hasn't experienced before is a very telling thing for me. And it's hard to put that out in the universe, because I will say this, I also have to be careful because I want to put the company that I work for in the right light. There's a lot of good things they do. And there's other things that just show that they're at a certain place within the industry they're in, that they have to do it a certain way because of the macro factors that they face. That's a reality. And I will say this, I have good colleagues, I have good people I work with, I have all the things that I like. And it's a good place to be. I also have opportunity knocking, and I have to make decisions in these next 2 months that are going to be very unique. And there's going to be some hard ones, potentially, for me as a human being in the direction that I want to go. But it's a good spot. And honestly, do the right things for the right reasons at the right place, right time. And use your ethics to add value to people. Suddenly something changes because you are focused on being a good human, where impact, and again, just whether that's you're doing more work for the right reasons to enhance the outcome, you're trying to cut. I mean, in my world, in recruiting, when I make a placement, it impacts the work of the team that person joins, and it also impacts the people surrounding them, because they feel, they have a person they can work with and trust, and that means a lot to me. So when I do recruiting, I think a little bit differently about how I do my job these days. Parting shot to you is, if you haven't quite reached your goal and you've made a choice in your, you have this vision within you that you want to reach, and you haven't quite reached it yet, keep doing things for the right reasons, keep adding value to people, and opportunity will appear. I 100% have seen that. And this past week, once again, showed that reality in full form. So today, from me to you, more is coming. This month is going to be absolutely a game-changing month for me across the board. July 15th, I have a good friend, Amy Miller, coming on my show, the Where's Your Next vlogcast. That's huge. I'm writing an article on my LinkedIn that will be released, and it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be an article about the last 6 years and what I've seen, what TA departments are facing and the why, and what TA professionals on the ground can do to have influence and change their environment for the good. Bring in those best practice techniques, like the talent advisor model within TA is still not dead. It is still one of the most powerful, game-changing things that can do a lot of good. And apparently, not every place practices it. But I've seen how the talent advisor model, even if it's adopted in a certain way in the company you're in, they adopt it in their own way, it's fine by me. They're adopting it. I did something, it had an impact. I feel that. I know that. And that's what matters to me. And I'm seeing a candidate of mine going into a role that's going to help a manager who I know has been stressed. And that makes me very happy. So from me to you, keep lifting where you stand. Keep doing the right things for the right reasons. Always help people. You'll be amazed at what the outcome is. So, add value to people. That's the message today. Jumping off, got to run. Got a big day ahead. 50th anniversary for my in-laws. Life just keeps happening. Got a wedding coming up on the 24th as well. And just sprinting to the end of, I have a contract role that I'm in. This company stepped up to the plate, gave me an opportunity in the midst of my little bit of a transition scenario. Here we go again. But I'm going to do everything in my power over these next 2 months. 2 months left. Sprint to the end of it. And if it opens the door, great. But if it doesn't, I did everything I could to add value to the people I'm with. And that's going to keep opening doors consistently over and over and over again. It's the same playbook I will continue to practice with a different perspective in 2026 than I did when I made a choice to leave ADP in 2021. That was one of the hardest decisions I ever made because it was a values-driven organization. I was very comfortable there. But I wouldn't have grown further. I would have been stuck. I was about to get promoted, honestly. But I will say this. You have to keep going, folks. It's absolutely essential for you to add value to other people. Keep doing that. Focus there. That will change your entire trajectory. I leave that thought with you. Until next time, on Where's Your Next? We'll see you soon. More content coming. Got a lot coming up. I have to figure out how to do my content and splice it up, split it up. Just so many things coming. I will keep it going. We'll see you soon. Mike out.